Hi, I'm Judy Nolte.
Hello, I'm Larry Blackburn.
Good afternoon, everyone. Imagine waking up every morning, getting a full night's sleep, but instead of feeling rested, you feel overwhelmed and your mind is racing with anxiety. You can't concentrate, and even getting out of bed feels overwhelming. Now imagine having to go to school or work anyways because people don't think that your mental health is a good enough reason to take a sick day from work to stay home. Unfortunately, that is the reality for most people. Mental health affects every part of our lives. It impacts the way we think, learn, work, and interact with others. Yet many schools and workplaces still treat physical illnesses as more important than mental health illnesses. Today, I want to persuade you that mental health days should be treated the same as physical sick days because they improve well-being, increase productivity, and help prevent more serious mental health issues. First, let's look at the problem. Mental health challenges are much more common than you realize. According to the National Alliance of Mental Health, 1 in 5 adults in the United States experience a mental health illness each year. Stress, anxiety, depression, and burnout affect millions of students and workers. Even if someone has never been diagnosed with a mental illness, everyone experiences times when they feel mentally exhausted. Unfortunately, many people continue going to school or work because they worry about being judged or believe their struggles are not considered real illnesses. We often hear people say, just push through it or get over it. While those comments may be well-intentioned, they ignore the fact that mental health directly affects our ability to perform our best. When people ignore their mental health, the consequences can be serious. They may struggle to focus, make more mistakes, fall behind in school, or become less productive at their job. Over time, untreated stress can contribute to anxiety disorders, depression, and even physical health problems. According to the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, mental health is an essential part of overall health, meaning that our minds and bodies are closely connected. So, what is the solution? Schools and workplaces should recognize mental health days the same as they recognize physical sick days. Just like someone home with the flu helps your body recover, taking a mental health day can help give someone time to rest, reduce stress, and return to work ready to perform better. Mental health days are not about avoiding responsibility. They are about preventing small problems from becoming more bigger ones. Taking one day to recover may help someone avoid weeks or even months of burnout, anxiety, or depression. Supporting mental health also benefits schools and employers. Students who receive proper support are often more focused and engaged in class. Employees who feel supported tend to have higher job satisfaction, lower stress levels, and increased productivity. According to the American Psychological Association, workplaces that prioritize mental health often experience better employee performance and lower turnover. Of course, not everyone agrees with this idea. Some people argue that mental health days would simply become extra vacation days. They believe students and employees would take advantage of this policy and take these days as an excuse to miss work or school. While that concern is understandable, it overlooks the important fact that any type of leave can be abused, including physical sick days. However, we do not eliminate physical sick days because of the small possibility of people misusing them. Instead, we trust that people will use it responsibly while allowing organizations to have reasonable policies in place. Research consistently shows that supporting mental health leads to healthier, more productive students and employees. Punishing everyone because of the possibility of abuse does not solve the real problem. Now, I want you to imagine two different futures. In the first future, schools and workplaces recognize that mental health is just as important as physical health. Students who are feeling overwhelmed will take a day off of school to recover before falling behind or getting into a deeper crisis. Employees feel supported instead of ashamed. They return more focused, healthier, and better prepared to do their job. Talking about mental health becomes a normal thing instead of just like talking about the flu or a broken arm. Now, imagine the opposite. Mental health continues to be ignored. Students keep hiding their anxiety and depression because they fear being judged. Employees continue working while burned out until they either quit or maybe even develop more serious health problems. Stress continues to grow, productivity declines, and preventable problems become much more difficult to treat. The future we experience depends on the choices that we make today. Mental health is health. Our brains are part of our bodies, and we cannot separate emotional well-being with physical well-being. Treating one is important while ignoring the other just doesn't make sense. Today, I ask each one of you to take one specific action. If you are a student, talk to your administrator or write an email about supporting excused mental health days and better mental health resources on campus. If you have a job, talk to your supervisor or your human resources department about mental health policies and available resources. Finally, whenever somebody tells you they are struggling mentally, listen to them without judgment. Encourage them to seek help instead of telling them to simply get a grip. Small conversations can lead to meaningful changes. If we truly believe that mental health matters, then we must treat mental health with the same respect and understanding as we do physical health. By recognizing mental health days as legitimate sick days, we can build healthier schools, better workplaces, and more compassionate societies.